How be show is 6:33?
I don't know.
Okay. 6:33.
Only 6:33 was 7. And today be my 6:30.
But we go on the dot.
More 6:31. 6:32.
Okay. Hi, thanks for joining us in this episode of Bloggers Forum. My name is Benefo Boabin. You can call me Abrantipa. Today we have comedians on the show as well as a magician. I'm sure you've been attending some of the comedy shows that have been held across the country, in Accra, in Kumasi, Tamale. The last time I saw them in Ho. So we're having a conversation on comedy and magic. Bernard the magician, as the name suggests, Oyim Konya is a magician. Ben, thanks for joining us. What shall I say with the magic, Anna? Okay.
In the spirits, you're welcome.
Bonnie.
Thanks for the invite.
Kojo PJay is a stand-up comedian, script writer as well. Kojo, thanks for joining us.
Thank you, boss.
And then Jerry, your surname there, forgive me.
Jerry is fine.
Okay, because anytime I try to mention it, me can't cross him. Jerry is also a stand-up comedian. Thanks for joining us on this show. So let me begin with the comedians. A lot of the time, you've heard that people say that Ghanaian comedians are not funny. I mean, those were no. Hey, Oprio. We are pretty so that mantra had been chorus for a very long time until people began to troop to the venues for your shows. What do you think did the magic? What did you guys do right?
I'm here, the magic.
Consistency. You didn't do the magic. Consistency and hard work. Yeah, because when stand-up comedy started for in Ghana, Ghanaians, were beginning, but then at the time the Nigerians had advanced a bit, so we're faced with that kind of comparison. Like somebody that has done it for a longer time, and then somebody that is starting, and then they put us on the same scale and started comparing us and bringing us down. But with consistency and work, we got to the point where we also reached that level that they started comparing us to, and now everybody has accepted Ghanaian comedy.
Okay, so you think that it was more of you guys not doing more of the shows?
No, not.
Is that what the consistency is about?
Yeah, consistency is the shows. We're doing more shows.
Right.
And now we even have a comedy club where every week, Thursday, we are there trying new materials. Yeah, and practice makes perfect. So the more you do it, the better you become. And now
Jerry,
we have more arsenals than before.
Okay. Jerry, that's the same narrative.
Yeah. Apart from our consistency working for us, I think the faith that the Ghanaian audience had in us to come to our shows also worked for us. Because if you keep hearing that a group of boys who call themselves comedians are not funny, I mean, you should believe in them to go to their show and see if it is true, and then you keep attending. You get so consistency on our part, hard work on our part, and then the faith and belief of the Ghanaian audience in us. And we didn't disappoint. I mean, we are still not going to disappoint, back to back. And
I've seen Bernard the magician at, I think it's only one comedy show that I attended that he hasn't been on.
This guy.
So how did you come into the picture?
By magic.
He's on the stage. Of course.
Oh well. Prior to my starting professionally, I had seen the notion around magic in Ghana. Right? In Ghana, movie you see 5 black cars in a convoy. If you hear magic, it's fetish. All these things, and I think I had come across someone do magic and just once on TV. It's like, okay. Prior to that, my dad also is a magician. Yeah, so he
runs through the family.
Your father is a magician?
My father is.
In Ghana,
yeah, but he's not a professional magician. So he does it on the low key. Growing up, I saw him do that, and I felt, once I have that skill, all throughout high school to university, I was doing magic. Someone's birthday party, just random stuff. I said, okay, I was going to come full force. One of the various avenues I could have used to let people know there is magic in Ghana, there is a magician around, I think was through the comedy avenue. So I think I've worked with them for quite some time now. Yeah, in as much as I create my own part, I believe in the collective efforts, and I wouldn't be able to say my story as a magician without mentioning Ghana comedy having an impact in it. Yeah.
So what you were saying something?
Someday when he blows,
yeah.
Unlike Black Hole, we know who blew him.
Yeah. You know.
What does it take to be a magician? You said your father is. So if I want to be a magician, what do I do?
You wake up, you pray, you sing. Magician. I'm lying in this, but to be a magician. So to be a magician, actually, there are various facets of it. First of all, you need to have that innate ability. Let me just oppose it to people who do music. Like, they are naturally born talented musicians. So that's one aspect of it. Personally, I'm ambidextrous. I'm very good with my fingers. Like, manipulating objects, not what you are thinking. I know what
I'm not thinking. I don't think.
Then don't think.
Wait,
I don't think at all.
Yeah, checking ambidextrous.
Let me Google ambidextrous.
Oh, ambidextrous. Someone with two hands. And I solved the Rubik's Cube very fast and trying to shuffle cards.
Maybe ambidextrous. So naturally, Rubik's Cube.
So naturally, it's something that comes easy to me. That's one aspect of it. That aside, there is the practice aspect of it, where, like any musician, regardless of how good you are, you actually have to practice your work. We know of very good musicians who actually do voice training, have professional voice trainers and stuff. So it's a lot of things. First, you need to have that ability. You need to also practice on it, and you need mentors to help you along that line.
So with what you do, is it a trick? And now you do juju?
Usually, I just leave it to people to decide and judge for themselves. Yeah. As whether it's, see, I tell them, a trick. Like, what was like, and yet then I meet people and I'm like, now there is something behind it. They're like, so it's just up to people. It's an art form. Regardless, I always advocate that people appreciate the art form and not growing up, we heard Ronaldinho when he's playing football, he calls saints. Not saints, so just leave it to people. Whether you think he's calling saints or he's naturally talented, the end result is he's a good footballer. So that's what magic is for me. I'm not really concerned about how people consider whether it's trickery or it has some supernatural aspect to it.
Have you ever failed on stage?
Failed?
Yes.
Failed.
Yeah.
Because I know for comedians, sometimes they can go blank.
Yeah.
I'm indomitable. Goodness.
Really?
Many failure.
Indomitable.
Indomitable. And yes, me indomie.
House of Lions.
Well, I barely fail. This is where the natural talent or the natural ability to do magic comes in. There are moments maybe I plan on doing A, it doesn't go as planned, but then I'm able to maneuver my way and do something like C. To me, probably I realized, okay, this was the path I wanted to take. I ended up doing this. To the audience, they feel, wow, that's good. This guy is so superb. So I don't call them failures. I think there are moments I've deviated from what I wanted to do, but also gotten better results in the deviance.
When you are going on stage, does it sometimes appear to you as though there may be someone in the crowd who may want to sabotage your work? Or the night team form
everywhere. Every time. Every time. There was this one time I performed at the 1,000 and something laughs, that series. And there was this guy, he had been telling me for long.
So the one can't tie you.
Yeah, he tied it too.
Oh, I think I was there.
There is this one.
Yeah.
In a flash.
I was there. Yes.
I don't know where this guy came from. I don't know.
The guy actually tied you, and as soon as
actually
the guy turned,
there were blood traces on my, like, from the tension.
Okay.
I felt it was very. I was like, yo, this is to entertain people, not to kill me on stage. Like, so there are people who actually come there to sabotage. And I think it's same for comedians. I've gone for certain comedy shows, then I'll see someone here.
just why it's one straight, they make it their own straight. So how do you guys feel when you are on stage? You think you are doing your best, and the response is not what you expected. Like they are not laughing. They don't find the joke funny.
The trick is find the person that is having a good time and focus on them. Because here's the thing, most of the time, more people are having more fun than just some 3 people who are there. And some people, their sense of humor is funny. I say, Obi wow, what's it? Joke near cannot tell. Ezra, the 9 or I'm not saying you hear anymore. But poor show, no, I really enjoyed those shows. But you were not laughing. Oh, no, I was laughing. I was stopping. So sometimes, if you're with the wrong meaning, there are some people they just laugh within them. I don't know. But so focus on the person that is really having a good time, turning in their chair now. I don't know.
To what extent would you say Bernard the Magician's act has complemented what you guys do on stage?
Has it complemented?
Oh yeah, I think. Well, in light of comedy, since I usually perform on comedy shows, I tailor my acts to be somehow comical, usually comical. Like even for the moment the guy tied me, in as much as there are improvs, I try to make light-hearted comments alongside. So yeah, I usually one thing about what I do is I make sure I adapt it to every situation. So there are instances I perform before diplomats, and I'll try to curate whatever speech I give according to that situation. And I've performed magic for a carol service before, and whatever I did was carol service related.
Carol service?
Yeah, it was
being organized by an event organizing firm or a church?
Peduase Valley Resort.
Okay.
They did their carol service, so it was it's a religious thing. And I've also done it at a church before, like someone I had to do something. Regardless, I'm able to.
So what did you do there? Like, what was the performance?
Went to performance.
Raise
the dead.
Oh no. I think it was about a certain rope act. Yeah. But regardless, it's the message that follows that match. So yeah, I think it's all about what you want to do. Example, if he's supposed to do a comical act or a comic performance at MTN, I'm not sure he'll be saying things that has to do with military. Definitely, they are able to write scripts and stuff that relate to the current.
So
it depends. It depends on what. But usually, for these people, they are so good that they don't go off their situation. So you don't see them giving funeral jokes at weddings, and you won't see them giving football jokes at Ampi.
Yeah. You need to know the audience.
Yes.
Okay.
Point of correction, we don't do Ampi shows.
Maybe a show for girls. I hope that works. PJ, your show is
it's on
13th.
Yeah.
Okay.
This Saturday.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the show.
Yeah.
Who is performing? First of all, why are you organizing the show?
Yeah. So for every stand-up comedian, there comes a time where you need to stage a comedy special. Comedy special is usually 30 minutes, 45 minutes, or 1 hour of jokes that you've written back to back. It is what shows that you've really matured in the comedy game. Yeah, more like an album for a musician, for a comedian, it's a comedy special. Yeah. So if you do that, it means a human why, and I say our name why. Yeah. So that's the level we've gotten to. We've matured in the game. We need to do a comedy special to certify that maturity. At
least your response is far better than Efri Akutu, Dr. Efri Akutu. Why do you want to be president? Yeah.
What did he say?
Please, his name is Abante.
So 13th, where is it happening? Who is performing alongside you?
So 13th, the creme de la creme of Ghana comedy. Everybody is going to be on that stage, from Clemento Suarez, who is emceeing, we have Obian Ponsa, Lexi the Comic, General Tatia, James Brown, and then when you come to the new age to myself, Jerry will be there, Ojo, Ranzi, Aloes, Papaya, right? And then we have some new young guys coming up, Pamela Bed, Unknown, a comedian called Unknown.
You know him?
No.
Exactly. So he's unknown.
And when he blows, he changes to
it. Sometimes known.
I see. Interesting.
So they will all be there. It's going to be back-to-back comedy and a few musical performances. Kwampa will be passing through. So,
okay. And a week after your show, Bernard the Magician is also having his show. What should we expect?
Don't expect much, because regardless of the expectation you set, I'll break that expectation. So it's up to you. Whether you expect or you don't expect, you leave out with something wild. I think this is the best you would ever see. Outside, they do magic shows and stuff. I think for Ghana, we barely see that. You just see people hop onto other shows like I've been doing for a while now. This time around, I'm going to give a very long presentation in 2 different folds of just complete magic, trust me. I usually think of what I'll be doing that day or that night and I'm scared. It's very wild. Like for whatever best magic you've seen me perform, triple it.
You make an elephant vanish.
So I need you behind.
So
it's not good.
Are we seeing other magicians, or is it about you?
I'm the only magician.
You're the only
on board.
magician.
Yeah, but then I'm bringing on board a number of other acts. So there is comedy. The MC for the night is Clemento Suarez, and they can attest that guy has been supportive, not just to magicians and even not just to comedians and magicians. I think some musicians he pushed. So he's the MC for the night. There is Obian Ponsa and DKB doing the comedy. Then when I'm bringing spoken word artists, so Rhyme Sonny and Jeffrey Norte, they will be doing spoken word. Then we have for music, Bogoble. I don't know if you've heard.
Mambo Bogoble.
Yeah. So he'll be.
Ezam Matri. Maria Marie.
Yeah. Then the final musician is there is Soul Street. It's an a cappella group.
Okay.
They are very good, and Kwabna. It's going to be an exploration of various emotions. You are going to laugh, you might cry a little bit, you feel emotional, you are going to fall in love. Don't worry, some of the acts, trust me.
So outside the box by Kojo is happening at the Snap Cinema. Okay.
So the magic industry, you don't have like upcoming magicians?
Well, I've seen a couple of people do magic, like card tricks and stuff. But you know, when we are doing stage magic, it's a lot different from personal one.
Yeah.
What I'll do on an interview, close up, one-on-one, let's say for an audience of 20, I wouldn't do the same thing in a stadium, right? And I think that's the challenge I'm having with most of these people coming up. They are just so focused on the normal tricks they learn on YouTube and stuff, to the extent that what I do, they are not able to do. So that's the challenge. Until I find out that people are able to do stage stuff, then I would invite them.
Okay. So outside the box by Kojo PJay is happening at the Snap Cinema. 13th. 7 o'clock. 6:30.
33 p.m. 6:33.
I'll be sure it's 6:33.
I don't know.
Okay. 6:33.
Only 6:33 was 7.
And today be my sister.
But we go on the dot.
6:31. 6:32.
Okay. So 6:33.
They feel bad. Like as a 6:31, now train say Obiamo. So we are also giving them
6:33. Okay. Bernard, where is yours happening?
6:34. Association International School. My time is 6:23 p.m. Like,
thank you.
Oh no, it's a magic show. You don't.
Okay.
Let's give the underground.
Okay.
Yeah,
underground numbers.
Platform. So
okay.
6:23 p.m. Association International Airport Residential.
Okay.
I think that's 6:23 is when I would appear on stage. So it's not that's when the program starts, but that's when I appear on stage.
Okay.
There will be opening acts and conversations. So if you are going to come, make sure you are seated before 6 p.m. And trust me, I'm sure I'll shock people. I'll be waiting to do last minute stuff.
Okay, so are you going to shock us now?
Or if you want me to shock you, I can.
Right.
I can.
Let's do something.
Please bring the electrical cables.
Let's do something and then
yeah.
we bring. Oh, bring it. Bra, Oba short ni mo enyeshi. And I'm more farmer Kesse no Kesse farmer. Oh, the Kesse.
Is it this one or something else?
Okay, come on.
Can you come? Kesse, please come.
Yeah, you can come.
So Kesse is coming. Let's see. Kesse, come. Don't worry.
Don't be shy, okay?
Mainstream. Where? So direct where he should stand.
Okay.
He just needs to face one of our cameras.
Okay. Then stand here so the camera. Yes. I'm going to do this with the jokers. Oh, I don't have the jokers yet because they decided not to come. It's fine. Let me set these apart and use the jokers from here. That's to even tell you something else. I just need 2 jokers. Let me use the black ones. Yeah. So kindly hold this for me. We can set them apart. It's not funny. So real quick, yes. Say stop wherever I want.
Stop.
Stop. Pick it and don't let me see. Show it to the camera.
I mean, one who cries anything.
Has he show it to the camera?
Oh, show it to the camera. Have you seen it? Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fine. Just bring it. It's no problem. Hey, Asemo. Sabotage. First, would you want to shuffle or is it just fine?
Let me shuffle.
It's a shuffle. Yeah. Ordinary for
Mama a drum roll.
Pampara. Drum roll.
Trumpet roll.
Pampara.
Say a drumming. We are young boy trumpet.
Trumpet.
We are also a boy trumpet.
Kesse.
Yeah.
I'm going to do this. How many should I do? Just 1 or 2?
2.
2.
Yes.
Okay. So, Kesse, you remember your card?
I
not
do
sure.
remember it.
Okay. I'm not sure it's this one. But anyways, I'm going to use the 2 jokers, right, to help trace your card. Do you think they can find your card?
Just do it.
Okay. So it's not about the jokers per se. It's about how they are able to locate cards. Open your hand, and place this and place the other hand on top of it this way. Then keep it that way. Now it's your turn, right? Say stop wherever you want.
Okay. I should look at it. Okay.
I'm coming. Let's start again. Say stop wherever you want.
Stop.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So let me land here, and hopefully this was Kesse's card.
No.
It wasn't.
It wasn't
was
this.
Somehow closer to or this. No, it has to do with. You should try and get me the card so we do something with it.
Let me find his card.
Yeah, remove his card for me.
No, but it was something like that.
You remember his card?
Yeah, I remember.
Wow.
See, you saw it.
No, you let him check.
Let me check.
No.
No, I saw.
What was it?
I remember.
I saw it.
All
I know.
You know.
Yeah.
And it's not here.
No, it's not
Okay,
here.
it's for a reason because I mentioned that the jokers will find the cards. And before we started, we were holding the jokers. I don't know how it happens. It should be trapped in between the 2 jokers.
Hi.
He doesn't want to say again. That's it, actually. Hey. Hey.
It happens that way.
But I'm confused. I don't get it.
All right. Thank you for your time, and we'll take a quick break. When we return, we'll talk with Kesse. It's eforum on GhanaWeb TV.
I want you so bad, I'll fuck cracker. I want you. I wanna say yes, I can't resist. I want you. Ooh, I want you, alpha cracker. I want you so bad, alpha cracker.
I don't Alpha goodness rich in milk and butter. In Alpha Cracker. Yummy and deliciously crunchy.
But I can't resist you.
Alpha Crackers. Simply irresistible.
This advert is FDA approved.
Welcome back. You're still watching eforum on GhanaWeb TV. The name is Abrantipa. And next is the man Kesse. Or what's signature and go and say PDB or
Kesse, baby.
And also free here.
It's a trademark. It's
okay. Like I want to know how that came to mind. The PDB
during Azunto Fiesta.
Okay.
I remember sending me happy to school to him. So I was just singing before the "Ow" came. I'm like, okay, let's do something before that came. So 1, 2, beep beep ow, and that is where I got it.
Okay. Well, it's a comedian in your because now you're referee. Time I should go to her. They now deny you. Lexi the comic. How can you're correct. But anyway, thanks for coming. So the last time I heard of you. Now, Waswishi from secular to gospel.
Yes.
And for those who may not be aware, what accounted for that?
Well, I want to say Ubia on a destiny. And before you really find your destiny, you definitely have to, be roaming about. And when the right time comes, definitely, a appointed time. You can never, run away from it. So it's an encounter. It's a personal encounter. Aside that too, I was, when I was a kid, having prophecies and all that, like dream confirmations, and this is the real time. So I just have to, so I just have to, leave everything behind it and do what I was really called to do.
Okay. Would you say that your decision has actually been benefited you in any way? Has it been beneficial? Do you feel proud of the decision? At this point,
I must say I'm more than proud because there's this inner beauty, this inner joy. Chain the previous cases. You see, I mean the Mike account so it's Mike Kesse.
Okay.
And I feel I must start it. It's like 4 to 5 years. You can't compare it to the previous one. So I'm happy within it, and I'm doing my best.
Okay. I'm asking that because Uja is secular to gospel no. Minim okote kakra. Minim diema okote.
Yeah, I have to because there's this one great story about eagles. When they attain this higher age of like between 30 to 33, they feel weak, their beaks, fall down, their feathers, it by itself, and they have to go and hide in the wilderness, and grow their beaks back, grow their claws back. So when they come out, that is where the Bible says, those that wait upon the Lord
shall renew their strength
like a mount up high like the eagle. So I had to, go back, really learn, focus, train myself, and then bounce back again.
I see. Would you say you've given your all to God?
Yeah. You
have?
Yeah.
So you've stopped all the other stuff that you were doing when you were in the world.
You must be a prophet because this recent single I released, there's a same line that you just said. You did say you've given your all.
Yeah.
You get it. You must be a prophet.
I see. What were you doing at the time that you were not proud of?
Well, everybody has a past, and the most important thing is you are moving on. We move on. We do what is best for ourselves. It's not about mentioning a whole lot of things and all that. We are just thinking about the new me and moving on with it.
What would you say has been the contribution of your church to your craft? We've seen people who have, moved from secular to gospel. Nkofo measure omo performance na omo say ewo form. Ebi mo akọ and oma back. And there is this notion that the church or the Christendom and support it when you move from the secular to the gospel fraternity. Has that been the case for you? What has been the contribution of your church and then the people around you?
I'll talk for myself.
Okay.
Because for my church, as an example, BH or Believers Home of Life, they've really supported me since I joined them. And I think the key point here is if you're doing something for God, church, almost anybody. If you depend on them too much, they will fail you. Know that the first ultimate goal is God, and after that, then you come think about them. And for a show, we say, oh, my church has to support me. They don't have to support me. You are there to serve. You are there to worship God. When they support you, fine. If they don't, find yourself out and do whatever you want to do. And me, for my sake, I will say my church has really been supportive. Do you miss your past? I don't miss my past. Anytime I remember my past, I just smile and laugh, and I'm like, hey, this guy. Especially, there's this song, forgotten about it. There was this crazy lyrics that I wrote, and I'm like, anytime I hear it, I'm like, hey, stop. I say, always be. Sometimes when I remember, I just smile and I just laugh and I just. That means lyrics ni be an outro back then. You were not proud of it. Oh, Sam. So, what motivated you to write those lyrics? I think I was just enjoying. I was just going with the flow. Yeah. I see. I was just going with the flow. So, would you perform any of the songs that you recorded those days? Because Lord Kenya, for instance, or can say Obenya and DJs enya or 2 years back then. And son obe sakran Obenya and Kenyumni being Nkommo, but say Sikam Pumfan home any drivers to those are good songs, so that I know the unbeatable. What's the case for you? For me, no. You see, you can't stop anything that has already been posted on the internet. You cannot stop them. For me, I always talk for myself. I just leave them to do whatever they want to do with it. I feel most of my songs, they weren't that profane. They're like any bad, just that 1 or 2. But to see, I know Marisha for and I'm going with the good news now. And the next thing too is it will depend. To say, right here, you tell me to do a freestyle of my old song, I can do it. But to be on stage, like perform like 3-5 minutes or 3-4 songs of mine, then it means I'm still bringing my past into my future. What's your perception about secular music now? What's your perception? There's one thing that most people are getting wrong here. We are all in the secular world. Okay. And when it comes to secular music, there are different categories. If you put gospel aside, there are different categories. There are songs that promote violence. There are songs that promote drugs, promote sex, and promote all that. And there are songs that also inspire us. And you might share crime. So the question is, what are you listening to? Because music is a spirit. The more you, and it's something that does not ask permission from you until it enters you. It enters straight, don't beside permission. So you have to choose what you are listening to. Assuming I had a song with you, we didn't release it. At this time, what would be your stance? Yeah, I have a song with Kesse. We have not released it. We didn't release it, and then I go to the gospel side. Yeah. What should I do with that song? And the song wasn't a gospel song. Yes, it wasn't a gospel song. And you want to release it? In case so now I have the song. What should I do? Okay, so why didn't you release it until you waited till I'm no more doing it? Maybe it wasn't. Yeah. One guy called me like that, and I told him, said, I say, I know to do again. So why did now and this is the time you want to release it? And I said, so sakra wa moya mane. Bia dana mi ba be release na yese Kesse asakra. Well, it's I'll tell you not to do it. So if you go ahead and do it, I'm leading my part. Okay. Yeah. That's all. That's what you do. You just tell the person. I'll let you know. So don't do it. Okay. I don't want you to. So what if I do it? The way I'll say it, you will not do it.
How will you say it?
Ubusuru.
Miss Rose, say Ade Bekoda, so you are say Kakai.
Oh, if
Ube Bernard the magician, magic Libya.
Only they meet me.
Let's talk about your new one, your new song. What's the title of the song?
Amazing Love.
Amazing Love.
Yeah.
Okay, I get the message.
Yeah, Amazing
so
Love.
take us through the making of the song. Did you write it whilst you were in the world?
No.
It was later.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So around the time you were writing the song, what was running through your head?
It's a great inspiration. Like we've been there before. Even now we keep on messing up with God, but He still loves us. He sent His begotten Son Jesus Christ to die for our sins, and He still opens His arms. Even when we miss it, He's ever ready to hug us and then love us to eternity. So I was there and I'm like, oh, this is a great inspiration. Let me put some melody to it and then spread it out to the world, to let the world know the kind of love God has for us. Yeah.
I see. Right. So that's a single.
That's a single.
Is it a project on an album or?
It's a project on an album.
On an album. Okay, right. So it's out already.
It's out already.
Do you have a video?
I have a video too.
Okay, who shot?
I produced it myself.
You produced it? When did you start production?
Even before Mentor, so 18 years.
About what Ghanaian?
Mentor cracked. I think Mentor is 16 years now.
Yeah.
Fame too is 14 years now.
We're Ghanaian. I see. Right. So you've shot the video. Yes. The single is out. The album is supposed to be out when? We've not set the date yet. Okay. Are you doing things on your own or you have a management?
I have a management, GhanaWeb record. Yeah.
It's a record label.
Yes, it's a record.
Okay. All right. So we are ending. If there is any other thing you want to tell your fans out there, and then we call it a show.
I just want to say a very big thank you to God and my manager Jim P, and to my fans supporting me right from Mentor to Project Fame and then till now. And they should keep on supporting the Kesse brand. My social media handles, Facebook is Mike Kesse, YouTube is Mike Kesse, and Instagram is at official KesseGH. The same things too for Twitter.
Okay, right. So that's Kesse. He's out with a new song. The title again.
I was far, and your love has drawn me nearer to you. And your love and your grace has made everything around me new. Oh Lord, I give my all to you. The title is Amazing Love. Go check it out, PDP.
Bernard the Magician and now orgasm with Thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching this episode of eforum. We'll meet some other time with yet another riveting conversation on GhanaWeb TV. My name is Benefo Boabin Abrantipa.